going through the day, right? Well, the day is going to be a roller coaster, right? So it's not always going to work out. You're going to have a test date, right? You could like a bunch of curveballs gets sent your way, right? So it's being present in those moments, being able to like when those curveballs do come, reminding yourself to say, good, right? And then how can I turn this negative into a positive? This is another opportunity just for me to see how far I've came and then get excited about it like it's game day, right? And then you're going to have days where your energy was low because you didn't make the good decisions the night before. You decided to go out drinking, or you didn't go to bed on time, or you ate a big meal before you went to bed, whatever. And you woke up feeling heavy and dense. And so you had a hard time getting through your morning routine, or you didn't even get through it. You didn't do it, and you were running behind, and you had to hurry up and scramble and get out of the bed and get to work or get to wherever you needed to go, right? So now you're already behind the 8 ball, you're not ahead. So and then those are great times because you still need to learn to be able to perform in those moments.
Mhm.
So we could be like, "Oh, it's gonna be a terrible day because I didn't get to go through my morning routine." Or we can be like, "Heck yeah, we're gonna see like how like what I'm actually made of," because you also need to be able to perform in that energy as well, because things aren't always going to work out the way that you want them to. And in order to get the results, you still need to be able to push through even in those moments, right?
Yeah.
So in those moments, you need what do you have that can help get you out of this, right? Well, supplements, you know, good clean food, water, breath work, meditation, going outside, getting some sun real quick. Like anytime you get something, you can always hit the pause button. I think people don't think they can. Think you can always pause or ask to come back or can I take 5, right? If you're not in the right energy, you don't feel like you like it feels like you're feeling the weight of the situation or the world on your shoulders in that moment, and you're just like, pause. Pause. Don't make a decision. You're gonna make it worse, right? There's always, almost always, or most of the time, there is the ability to pause, right? And then go take that breath. Go walk around, right? Recenter yourself. And it's developing the skill of being able to go from off kilter back to center, right? Quickly. And the better you get at it, the easier things become. So it's focusing on developing that skill. And the goal is to just be as aware of yourself as you possibly can every second of the day, to where you're not running on autopilot, you weren't running a program, and you were very conscious, very aware, very present with your energy, right?
Yeah.
Because your energy is what dictates the results that you're getting. So if you're in bad energy, you're most likely going to bring about things that come from bad energy, bad results. They're not going to be good. So I think as a society, if we could start putting more stock on being conscious of our mental state and the energy that we're in, that's going to really change the outcomes that we're getting in life. And it's going to make a massive difference. And then pausing when we're not in the right energy or going and doing whatever it takes to get us in the best energy we can of what we afforded ourselves because of our previous decisions in that moment, right? So, but it's understanding everything that we do is going towards giving us the highest probability to perform at any given moment, right? And that should be the standard. That should be what we're working towards. And if we fall short, good. Why did we? What do we need to do different? What's the plan? And then you focus on the plan. And so getting really good at that and then m- developing out your tool set of tools or things that you like. For me, I like to drink the mixed greens. Like, so if I'm feeling the weight of something and just thinking I'm feeling it can't get me out of it, or pausing and breathing real quick can't get me out of it. Drinking some water doesn't get me out of it, and then I'll go chug some greens, or I'll go outside and sit down, like, and I'll just go through I'm gonna keep going until I get out of the energy, right? But most people aren't even doing that. They're not even
Mhm.
trying. or anything, or they'll try to run from it, or they'll try to go find a distraction or whatever.
Let me go find something easy to do so I feel better about myself. And then as soon as you're done with that thing that you were running from is like waiting like right there.
Yeah.
Like so
And it
you
grew strengths.
yeah, it laughed at you while you were distracted doing the easy thing. That's something I've been very guilty of as skills have as the axe has sharpened, there's the variety or the count of things that I perceive as less difficult has became more broad. So it's been increasingly more difficult to not run from the thing that I need to overcome and go do the easy thing and then feel like a rock star for 15 minutes. And then as soon as as soon as the rah-rah is over, like I just crush that. It's like, again, to me, it's like the thing is right here. Like as soon as I'm like looking around and it's like, it's almost scary. It's almost spooking me. Like, hey, here I am. And I just watch, and now you're more tired. Like you're less than what you were an hour ago.
Yeah.
Like you're not even going to be able to address me today. You're gonna have to wait till tomorrow. And then let's hope that in the morning you don't distract yourself again.
Yeah.
Because that is a true um, illustration of what occurs in my life on a day-to-day basis where the one thing, um, you know, is gonna be there. It's not going away. The battle that is before you, and it's not going anywhere until you overcome it.
Yeah.
And so so you have two choices. You can either ignore it, which again is just you choosing to ignore it. When I say ignore it, doesn't mean it's going away. Or you can take your shot and try to overcome it. And I think taking the shot just makes more sense.
And then the key is getting really good at that, because what we just described is going to happen multiple times throughout your day, every single day. And it's once again another one of those.
Yes.
So if it's another one of those, it would make sense that we get good at it, right? And so the better we are at it, the easier things get, and then the more we can climb up to the like, because it doesn't end, so you just get to graduate to the next level, right? So, like, it's just like with us with the business, like, we're like, "Oh, we broke the $10 million threshold, that's awesome," but then you go and talk to the guy that's at a $100 million business, and then you go talk to the guy that's got a $500 million business, then you go to talk to the guy that's got a $1 billion business, then you go talk to the guy that's got like, right? There's levels to it,
Yeah.
and then
It's very humbling when you meet the person that does your annual top line revenue in net.
yeah,
Like it's just mind blowing. Like anyone that's in business, like when you meet the $10 million guy that he's saying what he's referencing is he did that in net profit.
yeah,
And then there's another person that did that say 10 million in net in a month. And you're like, whoa, this is a big world.
yeah,
And but it's very,
but it's humbling.
it's humbling and it's inspiring
Yep,
because everyone has to start somewhere. And then you get to even just hearing or seeing those people on a podcast or just hearing that it's possible. That's one thing I'll say is, uh, it's hurt me and it's helped me, and that's where discernment comes in. But I've had a thought that if another human being can do it, then
mhm,
that means that it's possible,
yep,
which means I can do it. Now, that requires some okay, if you just heard that and it just evoked an emotion in you to be really excited about doing something, I'm asking you and encouraging you to pause for the cause. Make sure you're ready for what's coming because you don't know what you don't know. And that's not me saying to pause for a long time. I'm just encouraging people because I want to be a very good steward of what the words coming out of my mouth. That is true. Another human can do it, which means it's possible, which means you probably can too. However, the reason I'm asking you to pause is I'm saying pause, do extensive research, ask a few people you trust questions because don't just go in guns blazing and assume that it's easy. If you can go in with a knowing that it's going to be difficult and nothing's going to stop you and you're just going to continue to just get better every day and you're going to remain a student, then you're ready. If you think it's going to be easy, I encourage you to unpack that and set that down, that there's not a lot of things in life that are very easy. Um, but as long as you're good with the challenge and as long as you're not lying to yourself that this is about to be easy and you think it's going to be a bloodbath, then I think you're ready to start.
Yeah, and you shouldn't, like, over scare yourself either. Like, you gotta, once again, the dichotomy, you gotta be somewhere in the middle and try to like, see where your extremes are and then inch and work your way into where's the center, and then that's what you're gonna aim for, the bullseye, right? Aim small, miss small. Um, and I love all that, and that's good advice for people, and a big